Welcome back to another video. So it's actually been a lot longer than I expected between videos this time. My computer actually died after, I think it's 9 years I've had that computer. But yeah, it died, so I had to buy another one, another motherboard, CPU. Some of you won't understand any computer stuff, so I'll just keep it brief. Had to replace a few things in my computer. Now it's back up and running. So we're gonna get straight into it. Yes, I did get defected after being in Queensland for about a month. Yeah, some of you saw that coming, I didn't. But we're going to go through that today. The defect wasn't by the Queensland Police, and it wasn't by Department of Transport, and it wasn't by any normal avenue that you get defected by. I got defected pretty hard. Alright, so we're going to get into that now. Yeah, so it wasn't Department of Transport and it wasn't Queensland Police, and you're probably asking yourself, well, who is it? Well, my cruiser, even when I was in WA, because I'm originally from Queensland, it was registered as a produce carrying vehicle, and it was registered as a truck, like not just a four-wheel drive truck, actual truck, like a small light truck. So that put me into the National Heavy Vehicle Regulators little spotlight, and yeah, they were waiting for me in the city. They were parked up in the car park, and yeah, they just got me for everything except for the lift and the tires. Weird. Yeah, so there is a few things I had to change, which is kind of annoying, but we've got the Queensland spec mud flaps. Everyone in Queensland should have mud flaps. I don't like mud flaps, but we gotta have them now, so minor inconvenience. They're meant to cover 85% of the tyre. They don't. So don't come after me, policeman. There's mud flaps on there, and there's also mud flaps on the front. So I got mud flaps front and rear, because apparently you got to have front mud flaps, and they also have to cover 85% of the tyre. And then the next thing I had to fix up or put back in, I don't know how you'd say it, probably put back in, is a sway bar. Haven't had a sway bar for almost 4 years. Ever since I went to Kalgoorlie, I pulled that sway bar out and just gave me heaps better flex, a whole lot. So it was a bit of a pain in the ass to get the sway bar on. This sway bar on this one is actually off a HJ75, just the earlier one, because I bought a front diff that was already braced, and I was going to stick that into here so I don't end up breaking it, because the four-wheel drive tracks over here are actually decent, unlike most of WA. So I had to modify a few things to get the sway bar to actually reach. They don't make extended links for a HJ75. I don't know why, but it's just how it is. So at the moment I've got standard length HJ75 links, which are the same as the HJ. The only thing I've done is I've added this little plate, and it basically it's just a bit of steel, stainless steel, and it drops down, so then the bracket can actually mount to it. But in the coming weeks, whenever Superior decide to send anything, because they're a bit caught up at the moment, everyone's trying to buy stuff off them, so I'm obviously got to wait a few months to get my gear. But I've got a set of quick disconnects. They're a Patrol, and I only went 3-inch because this setup only works if I have the standard links. And I bought 80 series drop links, so the plate that I'm using now, this is the same, but it's a bit longer. So then I will actually have a different mounting point. So instead of the Land Cruiser one that has two straight up and down, and the nuts go on either end, it's got one that goes sideways, so you can put a circlip in it. So I'll be able to pop the sway bar out and yeah, go forward driving. Because at the moment it's like a boat. It's like any other 75 series. There's look, what is that? There's like no flex in it. but it handles well on the road, so keeps me out of the prying eyes of the policeman. Yeah, so, and the next thing I had to do was replace all my tint. It was all buggered. It's been like that for ages. I didn't think they were actually going to defect me for something like that, but obviously when it's damaged you can't see properly out of your window, so I kind of get that. I got some new stuff anyway, and it's actually black instead of purple, because when they get old they go bad and they end up going purpley and they start flaking off your window. So it's black, and it's nice and dark in there, plenty of shade. I don't get sunburned very often now. The other thing, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, I had to put a muffler under my exhaust. I did not like it. I do not like it now. It is so quiet. Yeah, it's just goddamn annoying. We'll just tilt the camera down. I don't know if you can see it. Adjust it. Look, right here. This thing. Why do you need them on a car? Anyway, that's slightly annoying, but it keeps me on the road here. So we've got a muffler. What else did I have to change? I think it's, I had to put a handbrake in. Watch this. It works, the handbrake works. It's just we're not parked on level ground, so it won't roll away. But I assure you it works. But as you know, Land Cruiser handbrakes, they don't work very well. I got mine working pretty good. I just got to keep adjusting it until there's no more adjustment left, and then you put brand new shoes in, replace it all. It's just a Land Cruiser thing. Those patrol owners, they wouldn't understand. Actually, no other car owner would understand. It's just a Land Cruiser thing. The handbrake is just for looks, but it needed to pass for the inspection or whatever, so it's got it on there now. Yeah. Oh, one more thing, and I completely almost forgot, because I haven't done a video in so long. There's so many things that I've had to change that I almost forgot about this one major thing, and it's under the bonnet. You ready? The gas struts don't work very well at the moment. They're getting sad. But BT Cruiser gas struts, not BT Cruiser, BT. Yeah, BT Cruiser gas struts on Facebook. Yeah. There's nothing to do with them. They work great. It's just I abuse everything in this car. Yeah, so it's a Mamba turbo. If you been following on Instagram, I've been putting little bits of content up there. Mamba turbo, 18G. I don't know a great deal about it. I know that this, because Mamba's got heaps of turbos. This turbo in particular is it's like the Toyota C26, but it's got a smaller rear housing for faster spool. And it's got a bigger front housing to be able to build more boost. And you're probably thinking, oh, that all sounds great, but where's the downside? There is a downside, of course. There's always a downside. And the downside is that it drops off at about $3.5 grand, probably less. You start losing boost. But it gets you up and going. And at the moment, it's got an 8-pound wastegate spring. So at 8 psi, you may think, not enough boost, we've got to add more boost. But 8 psi is alright for now. I'm going to get it tuned. I won't touch it myself because I know I'll get too out of control and just wind that fuel screw away in and then bang. So I'll get it done properly, get it tuned correctly, probably run about 15 pound of boost, and then when I get an intercooler, I'm looking at getting 25 pound. It might blow it up, but we'll see. I'll show you all wrong. We're going to put 25 pound of boost through this old 1HZ. Now, it's only got 480,000 Ks. It'll have 25 pound of boost. Alright, so I may as well start it up for you. I know you've all been waiting to see it, because this truck is out of control, but the main thing it's been lacking for a long time is horsepower. But now we got horsepower. I don't know how much, but it's got a little bit more. It's a lot quieter. It's got that muffler on there, and turbo's quieting things down, so it's not really loud. Alright, that's it for this one. I'll try and get videos out more regularly. I've got plenty of videos I want to do. Now that I've got my computer, I'll be able to do them. So yeah, see you later. Hopefully not for too long.